and the rest of your Eagle Pass High School Eagles. Eagles are coached by head coach Reynold Mendoza. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask everyone in attendance to please rise and remove your hats as we honor our nation's flag with the playing of the national anthem.
Mic check, 1, 2, mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2, mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2. You're running commercials right now, right? Mic check, 1, 2, mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2, mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2, mic check, 1, 2. Hey, can you hear it?
Can't hear it.
Can't hear it?
No.
They say they got me on already.
Let's see. Let me see. Here we go. Yes, you're on.
Okay.
You're good.
All right. So then, let me get on the other one because we're already running the commercials, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm still here, so just Big Dog, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. As we have Christian Demasi on the mound for the Eagle Pass Eagles, is getting the nod on the mound. And yesterday he was at catcher, so the visiting team lineup will be Tony Quintero playing third base. Stone Gomez is playing short, hitting second. Toby Perez will be playing left field and hitting third. Ryan Everett will be playing first base today as he was a DH yesterday. Gael Villarreal is a DH. He was playing first base yesterday. Marcos Arreta is playing center field. Diego Castillo, who has a 2.24 ERA, he's coming in to pitch today. Isaiah Garza is playing right field. Julian Cáceres, who closed out the game yesterday, is playing second base. And Ethan Silva is behind the mound. So we get the first pitch going here from Demasi to Quintero to start the game. 6:58, and he comes in with a strike. Just as Perales yesterday, he's going to be around the plate. Demasi has shown that he has the presence of hitting his spots, hitting his corners. So ball one on Quintero. Quintero yesterday went 0 for 4 with a hit by a pitch also. The 1-1 pitch on its way. That one rifled into left field and fares. Quintero rounds first, looking to second. but the quick throw in from Rodriguez will keep him at first for a single
Batter will single.
to left field
First, and
for
bringing up the bat,
Quintero.
The shortstop, number 1, Stone Gomez.
So now Stone Gomez walked twice yesterday, had a 2 RBI single in the 4th inning to plate that 3-run inning, and went 2 for 2 with 2 walks, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. Strike 1 called on Gomez.
I called 0-1 the count.
Quintero over at first, taking his lead. That one catches the outside corner. First strike 2. He's ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes on Gomez.
To 0-2.
Yesterday in that game over in Westlaco, that inning where they got 2 hits, 2 back-to-back hits, it was off of Rangel. That one popped up right side in foul territory, and give chase is Mauricio, but to the fence and out of play.
Counts now 1 ball,
Still.
2 strikes.
No balls and 2 strikes. We're at the top of the first in game number 2, best of 3
Counts 0-2.
area playoff between the Westlaco Panthers and your Eagle Pass Eagles. If necessary, game 3 will be back in Westlaco tomorrow, Saturday at 6 p.m. Doing the catching today is Salinas, Caleb Salinas, who played third base yesterday. That one fouled off. Over at third is
Foul ball.
Alex Mayen.
Batter stays alive, and the count remains 0-2.
On the mound, of course, is Christian Damasi. Over at short is DJ Aranda. At second is Ethan Rodriguez. Over in left field is Adrian Rodriguez. Over in center is Mikey Kipros. And in right is Jesus Barba. So that's your defensive lineup for the Eagles. An 0-2 pitch. That one in the turf, but gobbled up by the catcher, Salinas. Kept it in front of him. And
now
1 ball
2
and
strikes.
2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on the hitter, Gomez. That one fouled left side. Both coaches talked about the mood of the teams, you know, opposed to being up 1-0 and opposed to being down 1-0, but 0-1, excuse me. It's baseball, anything can happen. That one misses outside. Ball 2, runs the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
We're in the top half of the first. Quintero leading off with a single to left. He's at first, takes his lead. Damasi comes set from the stretch. The pitch, and catches the inside corner. Actually, no, calls a ball. So runs the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Counts now a full count for the batter.
Time is called. So the home plate umpire coming out to talk to Coach Mendoza. Not sure what was said in the dugout by one of his coaches, one of his assistant coaches. So not sure if they're giving him a warning or that one was close. Borderline pitch, could have been called strike 3 on that off-speed pitch, but nonetheless, it's called a ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Same crew that was in Westlaco yesterday. The one at the umpire at home plate was actually at first base. The third base umpire was at home plate yesterday. So the rotation is if game 3 needed. Strike 3 on the inside corner, and that one caught the inside corner for strike number 3. As Gomez was already going to first, thinking that was a strike.
But he went out on the board, keeping a runner on
Thinking
first,
that was a walk, excuse me, check that.
Number 24.
And Gomez goes down
Left
looking
fielder,
for out
Toby
number
Pettis.
1. Quintero sits at first base still for the left fielder, Toby Pettis. Pettis walked yesterday, had a single in the 6th, and hit into a double play. Was 1 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. So 1 ball and no strikes on the hitter Pettis. Demasi catches the inside corner, strike 1.
That's 1 ball, 1 strike.
So 1-1, 1 out, top of the first. Game 2. Eagles trying to force a game 3 back in Westlaco. Do or die, win or go home. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Demasi comes set. The pitch. And that one comes in for a strike. Evens out the count. 2 balls and 2
Now he
strikes.
gives up 2 balls, 2 strikes.
As the fans are trickling in here for a 7. It was a 7 o'clock start. They actually started like 5 minutes before 7. So 2-2 count. Beautiful Student Activity Center. The Polo Moncada baseball field here at the SAC. That one called ball. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. As I mentioned in my earlier broadcast, 320 to the foul poles in left and right.
Count's now full for the batter.
About 365, 370 to the power gaps, and 385 to dead center field with about a 12 to 15 foot wall in dead center field here. Oh Glory in center field is blowing from right to runner goes, fouled ball. Stays in the count, 3 balls, 2 strikes as Quintero was going.
Foul ball keeps the batter alive and the count full for the batter.
So again, Perez looks at the 3-2 count, digs in right side. Quintero takes his lead over at first. Demasi checks him from the stretch. And a hard ball to second, over to short, and over to first for a double play. As Perez grounds out into the 4-6-3 double play. And that ends the inning for Westlaco here in the top half of the first. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. We go to the bottom half. Kipuros, Aranda, Rodriguez. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to KNL 92.7, and you're watching EPHS iVision Sports. And we're back live at the Student Activity Center at Polo Moncada Baseball Field as the bottom half of the first, Quipuros, Aranda, and Rodriguez. And the 7-1 loss yesterday, Quipuros went 0 for 3 and reached on an error in the 7th. Ball 1 on Quipuros from Diego Castillo. Castillo
for a ball
with a 2.24 ERA, and he's only a sophomore, so the 1-2 punch of freshman and sophomore getting the nod here. Second pitch into center field, and in the glove of the center fielder coming in, Marcos Arritia.
Batter will fly out to center field, putting one out on the board and bringing to the plate the shortstop,
here
number 7,
in
DJ Aranda.
the bottom of the first for DJ Aranda. Who yesterday went 0 for 4, reached on an error. And a ground ball to second base. That one out at first. So 4-3 put out for out
Aranda
number
will be
2.
thrown out at first, putting 2 outs on the board. As up to bat
2 outs here
will be left fielder
in the
number
bottom
1,
half of the
Adrian
first.
Rodriguez.
As yesterday, the Eagles left 7 runners on, and they also had in that 4th inning where they scored that run, they had an opportunity to kind of change the tide as they were down 1. They were down 2, cut it in half, and they were able to get a timely hit, like Coach Mendoza said. It could have
2
changed
balls,
the
no strikes to count for the
complexity
batter.
of the game. As Rodriguez, now Adrian Rodriguez, the left fielder, has 2 balls and no strikes. And Castillo, who doesn't look overpowering, but again, hitting his spots. Castillo over to first. 1-3 put out
Batter
for
will be
the
thrown
3
out
outs,
at
and that
first,
retires the Eagles
ending
here in the
the
bottom
Eagle
half. No
at bat.
runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to KNL 92.7. You're watching EPHS iVision Sports.
After 1 inning of play, the score remains the visiting Westlaco Panthers 0, Joey Pass Eagles 0.
Tell me not to play. All I gotta say to when you tell me not to play, I say no. So if you ask me why I love the way I play, there's only one thing I can say to you. I wanna rock. I wanna rock. I want to rock.
And we're back live from the Student Activity Center, Polo Moncada Baseball Field. Game number 2 as the
Batting
Eagles
first for the Panthers,
and
first baseman number 18,
Panthers
Ryan Everett.
are knotted at 0 here in the top of the second, as we have Ryan Everett, Villarreal, and Arritia will be due up for the Panthers. Everett yesterday started the Panther rally as he got that 2-run, 2 RBI double. That one fouled off.
It's up, foul ball.
Strike 1.
Count turns to
As he got the
0-1.
Panthers on the board. in that first inning, in that bottom of the first, as he hit a shot to center field over the center fielder Kipuros, and scored the 2 runs. Gomez and Perez, who had walked, uncharacteristic on Perales, as he only had 62 pitches in the game. He threw 3 1/3 innings, giving up 4 walks, 3 hits, 3 runs, and 2 of them earned.
21.
As a matter of fact, we had to probably give him another run, as the runners that were on in that 4th inning were actually his. So he gave up 5 runs and 4 earned. As the count now 2 balls, 1 strike on Everett, who's playing first base today. That one lifted right side. Mauricio and Rodriguez, the second baseman, gets under that one for out number 1.
Nice grab by the second baseman.
So now Gael Villarreal, the
That'll put
DH.
1 out on the board.
Yesterday he was
And
playing
brings the
first
plate.
base. He actually had the final out
Number 17.
last night, as he got the ground ball from Adrian Rodriguez to finish the top of the 7th in that 7-1 loss for the Eagles. Strike 1 on Villarreal.
Called strike 1.
We want to thank the superintendent of schools, Samuel Mijares, and the whole
1-1 the
school
count,
board
look back.
for allowing us to come into your living rooms on YouTube. That one fouled off.
It's up, foul ball.
I want to send a shout out
Count turns
to
to 1 ball, 2
assistant
strikes.
principal over at CC Win, Matt Urias. Our PA announcer today is Mr. Pang. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Villarreal. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And a throw over to first just in case, as the half goes
Number
down swinging
2
for
will
out
be
number
made
2.
at first base.
So Demasi is a junior, and Demasi actually came in from Missouri.
Batting next will be number 15,
The
center
transfer from
fielder
Missouri last year.
Marcos Aratia.
In January, as I was talking to his dad, he's a former Eagle Pass High School alum. Mr. Demasi brought his son back home to Eagle Pass, and last year he was on JV, I believe, wasn't able to play because of UIL rules, and then also came in kind of late as he started his school year in January here. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Marcos Aratia. Strike 2. So quickly
Called strike
in the
2.
hole, he
0-2
finds
the count for
himself.
the batter.
Demasi is painting his corners, doing what he has to do to get the runners out. 0-2 pitch on its way. He gets the sign from Salinas. And misses outside, low, ball 1.
Count turns to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
For the fans that made the 4.5-hour trip yesterday and came back home, for most of them got back home about 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning. That one right back up the middle, fielding his position over to first, and he got that one like if he was catching, he put his body
Battle will be
down,
thrown out at
chest
first,
down,
ending
like
the
if he was a
Panther at
catcher.
bat.
And 1-3 put out for out number 3, and that retires the Panthers here. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. 3 up, 3 down for Demasi. And we'll be back with more after this. You're listening to KNL 92.7. go to the
Third
bottom of the
baseman, number
second.
18,
Alex Mayen,
Alex
Cesar Mauricio,
Mayen.
and Cadrian Rodriguez. The three due up for Eagle Pass. Mayen yesterday in he had the lone run scored. He had a stolen base. He was 1 for 3 yesterday. In yesterday's contest. First pitch up the middle. Gomez gets it over to first for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Out number 1 will be made at
6-3
first.
put out for the first out
Bringing
of
to the plate.
bottom of the second. And now the
Number
senior
20,
Cesar
first
Mauricio, first baseman.
Cesar Mauricio.
So Castillo doesn't look like he's throwing hard, but he's being around the plate. Ball 1. As we talked to Coach Garcia, and he mentioned that everybody that's on this pitching staff again can
20 to count
throw.
for the batter.
Can go deep in games, but also if he needs a senior, because he's going with a freshman and then he goes with a sophomore. That one fouled off left side. Mauricio on that inside pitch
Blackjack,
really
21 to count.
brought his hands in. So Castillo behind in the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. Mauricio digs in right side. That one missing inside. Ball 3. Mauricio, a very patient hitter. He did get one of the
31 to
2
count now
hits
for the batter.
yesterday. Count, the pitch, that one misses inside, ball 4. And Mauricio draws the walk.
Batter will
Over
be
to
walked. Placing a runner on first with 1 out and bringing up to bat number 13.
Mauricio has
Cadrian
he had 10
Rodriguez.
stolen bases, but he had a couple of them yesterday, so he has 11 stolen bases on the year. And he does have speed on the bases. I know Coach Mendoza wants to be aggressive on the base pads. First pitch to Rodriguez is a ball. Actually, it's a strike on the inside corner. No balls, 1 strike on Rodriguez. Grounder to Gomez. Gomez over to second. Over to first. For a 6-4-3
will end
tailor-made
the
double
Eagle
play
at
to
bat.
end the inning. And that retires the Eagles. In the bottom of the second. No runs. No hits. No errors. And no one left on base. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to KNL 92.7 and you're watching EPHS iVision Sports. We'll be back with more after this.
Go guys, go guys.
After 2 innings of play, the score remains the visiting Westlaco Panthers 0, your Eagle Pass High School Eagles 0.
Now in the street there is violence and lots of work to be done.
And we're back live as we are in the top of the third. Castillo Garza Cáceres due up in the top half of the third. Scoreless from Eagle Pass. Activity Center, Polo Bocada baseball field.
Pitcher number 9, Diego Castillo.
Working so hard like a soldier.
That one misses ball 1.
First pitch taken for a ball. 1-0 the count.
That one fouled off. Strike 1.
Foul ball makes it count 1 ball, 1 strike.
So 1 ball, 1 strike on the hitter Castillo. And that one fouled off. Right side as Demasi is ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2
Counts
strikes.
now 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one inside in the turf. Ball 2 evens out the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Counts not even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Count turns full.
Now the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That one fouled right side. Mauricio
Heads up,
and
foul
Barba
ball.
take a look at it.
Count remains full
and
for the
let it
batter.
go out of play. I want to send a shout out to Ramiro Martinez and his family listening and watching the YouTube channel, as his son Obi Martinez, who actually was here last year. That one to center field, and Kipuros, a nice sliding grab in center field for out number 1.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Nice play at center field. That puts 1 out on the board and brings up to bat
1
number
out
10.
in the inning for
Right
Isaiah
fielder,
Garza, who put
Isaiah
the
Garza.
stamp on last night's game, as he had a solo homer to right field over the scoreboard in Westlaco in that 6th inning. And a ball hit sharply to first. Nice play by Mauricio, ranging, diving, but Demasi was watching the play and did not get to his
Batter
position.
will single.
As it's an
Runner on
infield
first with
single.
1 out and bring it to the plate number 4.
Julian Cáceres will
Second baseman,
now come to the
Julian
plate.
Cáceres.
Cáceres yesterday finished the game off as he came into an inning and 2/3 to close out and get the save last night. As Demasi checks the runner over at first. No time is called. Actually, the time was called, but it was not granted. And that play, a nice play by the catcher, but was unable to get to the ball.
Foul ball makes the count 0-1 for the batter.
So 0-1 now. No balls, 1 strike. I did mention to Coach Garcia about Quintero as far as yesterday, as he pulled him out early at third base and put in Luis Lopez. Not sure why he did it, but I thought he was going to be the game 2 starter, but it wasn't. That ball in shadow left field. The shortstop Aranda under that one for out number 2. And now we're back to the top of the lineup. Quintero, who had a single to left field.
Out number 2 will be
He
made
got
by the
stranded
shortstop. The
in
runner
that
remains
top
on
of the first.
first, and up to
Now
bat is
comes
number 5.
To the plate.
Third
with
baseman,
2 outs and a
Tony
runner at
Quintero.
first base is Garza. So 2 down here in the top of the third. That one gets into the gap in left center field. Ball comes into third as Garza play at third, safe at third, and Quintero with a double to left center field. So runners at second and third with 2 outs.
Batter will double, placing runners on second and third,
So
and
runners
bringing
in
it to the
scoring
plate.
position
Shortstop,
for
number 1,
Westlaco.
John Gomez.
Westlaco yesterday with runners in scoring position. We're 3 for 5 with runners in scoring position. That was missing inside, ball 1 for Stone Gomez, who struck out looking his first time up.
First pitch taken for a ball, 1-0 the count.
1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs, top of the third. 0-0 the score. That one outside and in the turf. And Salinas gobbles that one up. And
2-0 the count.
2 balls, no strikes. Coach Mendoza will give Gomez the 4 and gives him an intentional walk.
The
To load
batter
the
will be
bases.
walked. Loading up the bases for number 24,
Again, baseball strategy as a
Left
coach, if
fielder,
you have an open
Joby
base
Pettis.
and you do have a hitter like Gomez who is batting 386 for the season. Actually, yesterday he went 2 for 3 or 2 for 4 with 2 walks. So a couple of more points. That one fouled. First pitch.
Foul ball makes the
Pettis.
count 0-1.
So you load the bases up to give your infield a chance to go short way, short out, not having to throw across the diamond. So if the shortstop gets it, he'll probably go to second for a force out. Any base for an out. Garza, or Perez, excuse me, hit into a double play in the 4th last night. Flew out to center, walked, and had a single in the 6th in that 2-run 6th inning to extend the lead to 7. Right now he's looking at an 0-1 count, no balls, 1 strike. The pitch from Demasi, ground ball up the middle. Aranda goes and steps on the bag. That's why you play percentages there. As Coach Mendoza did what he had to do to put the runner on, and they force out Gomez at
Out
second.
number 3 will be at
6
second base,
unassisted
ending
for out
the
number 3, and that
Panther at bat.
retires the Panthers. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. We we complete 2.5 in the books. Still scoreless, 0-0. We go to the bottom half. We'll be back with more after this.
Catcher number 15, Caleb Salinas.
So we're back live as Caleb Salinas will lead off the inning, the bottom of the third, and he sees a strike from Castillo on the
Ball
inside corner,
strike one.
followed by
0-1 the count to the batter.
Ethan Rodriguez and Jesus Barba, or the three due up here in the bottom half of the third, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. That one misses inside, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Snake Eyes, 1-1 the count.
So 1 ball, 1 strike. That one catches the inside corner for strike 2.
Counts now 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So yesterday was 110 degrees over in at game time. That one misses inside, ball 2. At game time in Westlaco, today's weather,
Count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
cloudy, the high of 89, the low of 77. It's 85 right now, and a drastic difference from game 1 to game 2 as far as weather. Also around the state of Texas, there were some games that were postponed due to the heat or due to the high heat, and some were starting later, were postponed because of how hot it got yesterday in and around the state of Texas.
The count remains
Looks
2
like we're
balls,
gonna
2
have
strikes.
A sweaty and hot summer down in Texas. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs here in the bottom of the third. Salinas digs in. Castillo, the windup, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Salinas goes down swinging for out number 1.
We're going to miss strike 3, puts 1 out on the board, and brings up the bat. Second baseman number 12, Ethan Rodriguez.
And Ethan Rodriguez, the second baseman. Sees a strike on the inside.
Called strike 1, 0-1 the count.
So for the Eagles, like I mentioned earlier, 2 hits yesterday. They did have opportunities with runners in score position and runners on.
Snake Eyes,
1 ball, 1
1-1 the
strike.
count.
They had that chance to open it up in the 4th. They had a hit. They had a hit by Rodriguez, Adrian Rodriguez, as he singled to center, and then a fielder's choice as Mayen hit into a double play. Well, a force out as he hit into a fielder's choice. Then a single. Then a single from Mauricio.
Blackjack, 21 the count now for the batter.
And then a walk. So loaded the bases. And then an RBI walk by Ethan Rodriguez as Demasi struck out swinging for out number 2. And then Caleb Salinas grounded out to first to end the inning. So 2 balls, 1 strike on the hitter. That one right up the middle. And Rodriguez gets the base knock to center to end
Rodriguez will single,
No hit bid here
placing
in third.
himself on first with 1 out, and bringing
the
up
1
the
out runner
bat.
at first for Jesus
Number
Barba.
11, right fielder, Jesus Barba.
Barba has been the courtesy runner for the most part throughout the series with Warren and here with Westlaco. Now he gets the start at right field. So Castillo comes set from the stretch. Rodriguez takes his lead. That one gets away from Silva. And Rodriguez over at second. And that's a pass ball.
The runner will advance on a fast ball. Counts out 1-0 to the batter with 1 out and a runner on second.
So 1 ball, no strikes on the hitter. Barba, runner at second. That one a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike.
Snake eyes. 1-1 the count for the batter.
So 0 for 1 with runners in scoring position for Westlaco. And we'll see what the Eagles do as they have a runner at second. That one fouled off. Strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes on Barba.
Foul ball makes the count 1 ball, 2 strikes.
On deck is Kipuros, who flied out to center field his first time up, back in the first. So, situational hitting here with the runner at second. You're looking to go opposite way, anything to right field. Try not to. And that one to shortstop. Gomez goes to third. That one's safe under the tag. As Quintero tagged high.
Oh, it's safe at third.
So Barba.
Barba singles with 1 out. Runners now in scoring positions. As to the
Barba
plate
gets on a
comes number
fielder's
6,
choice.
center fielder Mike Kipuros.
So runners at first and third for Eagle Pass, runners at the corners as Castillo trying to get the official PA announcer here at the Student Activity Center. As he said, it was a single, but it's not. It's a fielder's choice. So again, Rodriguez on the ball hit. He went straight to third. Luckily, the throw was kind of offline, and Quintero tagged high, and he got under the tag. So runner at third and first, Barba at first, Rodriguez at third, Kipuros, the junior, who usually in that one, Barba is a plate at the plate and safe at home. And Barba makes a turn at third as the Eagles strike first. Barba goes down the second to the stolen base. The throw to home gets away from Silva, and Barba gets the third on the error. By the catcher, as that ball was there where it needed to be. Didn't catch the ball, didn't secure it. And the first run for the Eagles here in the bottom half of the third as they take the 1-0 lead. And Kipuros, 1 ball and no strikes. So Castillo comes set from the stretch with the runner at third. Kipuros, nice play as there's a play at the plate. He's safe at home as Barba comes in to score.
At home. Another run scores for the Eagles.
Choice
as a batter finds himself safely at first with 1 out.
Sacrifices between first and the pitcher, Castillo, and Everett came in to field it. A throw to home gets under the tag for the second run of the inning.
Batting next, number 7, shortstop.
And DJ Aranda was 0 for 1. Will step to the plate as Gomez goes talks to his pitcher Castillo, the sophomore. And again, we talked about it, and we talked about it before the game. Coach Garcia does not take the Eagle Pass Eagles lightly. That one out at second as a tag in, and Coach Mendoza will come out to talk to the
Ball is out at
second base umpires. We have 4 umpires here. Nice throw down by the catcher Silva. And Not sure if he's appealing. He wants to appeal to that second base umpire. Kiporos had a good jump. Not sure if the left hand or the right hand got in before the tag. So the third base
1-0 the count
umpire
for the bat.
says 2 outs, says Kiporos gets caught stealing for the second out. 1 ball and no strikes on DJ Aranda. Ball outside, 2 balls, no strikes.
Ball 2. 2-0 the count.
We're in the bottom of the third. The Eagles plate 2 here in the third. And a bunt, drag bunt attempt. Trying to get the Quintero over at third.
Blackjack.
Sweeping.
21 now the
2
count
balls,
for
no
the
strike
batter.
now on Aranda. The freshman shortstop. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. Count's not even. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Deuces are wild on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-0 lead. Castillo, the windup, the pitch. And strike 3 as it comes in for cold strike 3 for out number 3, and that retires
Ball,
the
strike
Eagles.
3, and that ends the Eagle at bat.
Here in the bottom of the third, 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left, nobody left on base. So the Eagles, after 3 complete, lead at 2-0 in game 2. We'll be back. You're listening to KNL 92.7, and you're watching EPHS iVision Sports. We'll be back with more after this.
Para bailar la bamba, que necesito una poca de gracia para mi partida. Y arriba, ay arriba, por ti seré, por ti seré, por ti seré. Yo no soy marinero, soy
After 3 innings of play, score now stands. Revisiting Westlaco Panthers 0. Your Eagle Pass Eagles
We're back
2.
live as we're in the top half of the fourth. The Eagles plate 2 in the third, in the bottom of the third, so they take a 2-0 lead. And Ryan Everett, who is 0 for 1, will step to the plate. That one misses inside. And actually got hit.
The batter will be struck by a pitch.
The umpire said it did catch him or nicked him in the,
Touching a runner on
on the
first.
inside.
And bringing up to bat number 17.
We might get a replay there. I don't know if we have a good enough camera angle on the replay to catch a slow-mo of that play. I don't have visual of it, but I'm pretty sure our team iVision team has the replay and can show it and see maybe it did nick him. No, it didn't nick him, but nonetheless he's over at first, over at third by end, over to second. for out number 1. Over to first. And safe at first is
Out number 1 will be made at second base. The runner now stands on first. And to the plate comes number 15, center fielder, Marcos Aratia.
So Aratia, who grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. So 1 out, and Villarreal over at first. And the first pitch to him, he fouls that one off.
Foul ball makes the count 0-1 for the batter.
0-1 the count now on Marcos Ariata. That one lifted into right field. Barba comes in, couple of steps into the glove.
Nice
for out
grab
number
in
2
right
is the right
field.
fielder.
That
Makes
puts
a
the 2
play
outs on the
for
board.
the
Takes
second
runner
out.
on first and brings to the plate number 9, the pitcher, Diego Castillo.
Third, we'll see his second plate appearance. So last night, the Eagles got in about the 3
Foul ball
o'clock,
makes the
3:30 in the
count
morning.
0-1 to the bat.
Of course, had the rest. And not sure if someone went to school or not, but again, knowing that that they had the game today for Westlaco, they had to travel the ball going. And the ball thrown into center field as Aranda was late to the bag. A nice throw by Salinas. So stolen base by Villarreal.
Eight guys. 1-1 now the
One
count
strike
for the
on the hitter
batter.
Castillo. Runner in scoring position. So they're
Runners
0
now
for
on
1
second.
right
with
now
2
with the
outs.
runners in scoring position. Yeah, runner at second. The Eagles are 1 for 1 with runners in scoring position. 2 outs. Demasi the pitch. That one misses inside. Ball 2.
Blackjack. 21 now the count for the batter.
So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. That one called a strike at the knees. Evens out the count at 2 balls and 2
Strike
strikes.
called. Count's now even. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Castillo digs in. Talking about the whole travel. Traveling those 4.5 hours for both teams. Seeing the effects of it. That one popped up. Rodriguez, actually, Barba calls him off and he
Nice
gets
grab
under
and
that for
shallow
out number
right.
3.
That ends the Panther
That
at
ends
bat.
the inning, the top of the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We go to the 4th. Rodriguez, Mayan, Mauricio due up for the Eagles. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to KNL 92.7, and you're watching EPHS iVision Sports. We'll be back with more after this.
Eagles, number 1, left fielder, Adrian Rodriguez.
All right, we're back live here from Eagle Pass, Texas. Game 2 of this area playoff as Eagle Pass is chasing a win to even the series and take it back to Westlaco as they're up 2-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Leading off the inning is Adrian Rodriguez, followed by Mayen and Mauricio. As he sees ball 1 on the inside. He's 0 for 1. Grounded out to the pitcher.
First pitch taken for a ball.
Back in that 1-2-3 first inning. That one misses high, ball 2.
2-0 the count now for the batter.
Two balls, no strikes. On the hitter, Rodriguez. That one right down Main Street for strike 1.
Blackjack. 21 now the count for the batter.
I'm going to send a thank you for allowing us to bring you this series. I want to thank the EPHS
31 now the count for
Superintendent
Rodriguez.
of Schools, Samuel Mijares, and school board. So 3 balls, 1 strike. I want to also thank KNL 92.7 as we are bringing you live play-by-play. Strike on the inside corner. So now the home plate umpire, as he called a strike, but the hitter, Rodriguez, said that that ball hit him on the inside arm. So now he's going to get his 4-man crew to talk about if anybody saw a different angle. So 3 balls, 1 strike as it stands. And so they're going to take a quick break. We're going to take a quick, should we? No, we'll keep it here. I was going to throw it back to our they got together and Rodriguez comes back to the plate. And a 3-2 count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So full count.
Count turns full for the batter.
3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs here in the bottom of the 4th. As the leadoff hitter in the inning, Rodriguez has a 3-2 count. And the Eagles up 2-0. That one right back as he jammed him. So 1-3 put out for out number 1.
Batter
For Alex Mayen, who grounded out to shortstop in the second.
Bringing to the plate, third baseman number 18, Alex Mayen.
So Mayen 0 for 3 yesterday, reached out a fielder's choice and a run score with a stolen base. He was the lone run for the Eagles in yesterday's 7-1 loss. As Castillo into his windup, misses inside, ball 1.
First pitch taken for a ball. 1-0 the count for the batter.
That one lifted into left field. Going back is the left fielder. And in the warning track, a loud fly out for Mayan as he put a charge to that one to deep left field, and
comes to the plate.
the left fielder catches it in the warning track. Perez for out number 2 for Isar Mauricio now, who reached on a walk his first time up. Ball 1.
Called ball 1. 1-0 the count.
That one catches the inside corner. Actually, no, it's ball 2. That was low below the knees. So 2 balls, no strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Swing and a miss makes it count 2 balls, 1 strike.
So Mauricio sees a 2 balls, 1 strike count. Diego Castillo, the pitcher for Westlaco, and his windup. And that one misses 3 balls, 1 strike.
Count moves up to 3 balls, 1 strike.
As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Castillo, a sophomore, he has a 2.24 ERA, but with those 2 runs coming in, his ERA has gone up. So 3 balls, 1 strike on Mauricio, the pitch. And that one, another walk
Will be walked. Placing the
issued.
runner on first with 2 outs. Adds up to that. Over number 13.
That's the second
designated
walk,
hitter,
and that's the
Adrian
second
Rodriguez.
walk given up by the pitcher Castillo. So now Adrian Rodriguez, who hit into a 6-4-3 ending double play in that second, is coming up to bat, and he was 0 for 3 yesterday with 3 walks. Strike 1 on Rodriguez.
Called strike 1. 0-1 the count for the batter.
Mauricio over at first takes his lead. Castillo checks him real quick from the. That one called a strike
Called strike
from the
2.
stretch.
0-2 the count.
So quickly in the hole, no balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that goes. Rodriguez goes down swinging for out number 3, and that retires the Eagles here in the 4th, clinging to a 2-0 lead. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base for the Eagles. We'll be back with more after this as we go to the 5th. Eagles 2, the visiting Westlaco Panthers 0. We'll be back with more after this.
After 4 innings of play, the score remains the visiting Westlaco Panthers 0, your Eagle Pass Eagles 2.
And we're back live as the Eagles have a 2-0 lead here as we go to the top of the fifth for the visiting Panthers, who will send Isaiah Garza, who's 1 for 1. Cáceres and the top of the lineup for the Westlaco Panthers. And a bunt down third base. That one will fall foul, just foul, as he was, Mayan was playing shaded more to shortstop, and Garza was trying to push that ball that way. So strike one on the hitter, Garza. That one misses outside, ball one. So Demasi doing his job, being around the plate, making sure that the Westlaco Panthers have not really hit him hard. They got 3 hits, but out of those 3 hits, they haven't really been, shots as far as, like yesterday that Perales left some balls that were up in the zone. Swing and a miss, strike 3 as Demasi climbs the ladder and gets Garza swinging for out number 1.
Puts one out on the board and brings up the bat. Second baseman.
And Julian Cáceres will come to the plate. Cáceres, as I mentioned, closed the game out yesterday as the Eagles eight outs away. Ball one. Misses outside, ball two. Now, we talked to Coach Mendoza as yesterday he went deep into his bullpen and gave an opportunity to some of these young guys. Misses inside. He will still have Perales available as he had 62 pitches yesterday, so he has 110 pitches for the series. So he also gave an opportunity to Tommy Garcia, to Gavino Rangel, and to Aquiles Garcia. So again, these guys getting some experience, coming into the playoffs. It's a different mentality when you come into in the playoffs. It's as that one right back to the pitcher, over to first for out number 2. As Cáceres, a dribbler, right in front of the mound as Demasi fields it 1-3 for out number 2. And now Quintero, the third baseman, who was 2 for 2 today. He had that double in the third and was stranded. There and hit by a pitch.
Batter will be hit by a pitch. Placing a runner on first with 2 outs.
Now a runner at first with 2 outs, and Stone Gomez, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. So Salinas goes out to talk to his pitcher. So runner at first is Quintero, takes his lead. Demasi checks him from the stretch. Gomez. Runner goes. Salinas throw down to second, not in time. stolen base for Quintero is in scoring position. They are the Panthers are 0 for 2 right now with runners in scoring position, as they have another opportunity with a runner at second and Gomez. 1 ball, no strikes. That one fouled off his ankle. So 1 ball, 1 strike now.
Snake eyes. 1-1 the count now
So
for the
1-1 the count. Demasi being around the plate, he's at 66 pitches on the night. He's in the 5th. Actually, he's 4 and 2/3 as we're in the top half of the 5th. And for all you Eagle fans, alumni that are in the Valley, if the Eagles happen to even the series at 1-1, we'll be going back to Westlaco tomorrow, 6 o'clock first pitch. That one lifted foul right side.
Heads up, foul ball. Counts now 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes on the hitter Gomez. Gomez, like I mentioned, he has 3 home runs, 8 stolen bases in the season. He was hitting .386. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Foul ball, foul tip into the glove of Salinas and couldn't grab it. Over exuberant, excited there, but
1 ball, 2 strikes.
he swung out that high fastball from Demasi as he's changed the eye level of these Panther hitters throughout the night. We're about an hour and 15 into this game. We're in the 5th. And a ground ball, shortstop Aranda over to first for out number 3, and that retires the Panthers in the 5th. 6-3 put out for out number 3.
First, ending the Panther at bat.
So, knotted up. 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We go to the 5th. Salinas, Rodriguez, Barba due up for the Eagles. You're listening to KNO 92.7 and you're watching EPHS iVision Sports. We'll be back with more after this. We're back live as we go to the bottom of the 5th for the Eagles. They'll send Salinas, Rodriguez, and Barbadu up. I believe they might be going to the bench as far as getting some pinch hitters in here in the 5th. But just to give you kind of an indication of the contrasting of two games. Yesterday the Eagles left 7 runners on. They did have opportunities throughout the game to blow the game open and take advantage of those runners on. For Westlaco, they left 6 runners on. They did capitalize with runners in scoring position. So the tell of 2 games for Eagle Pass today, they've only left 1 on. They were able to, they're 1 for 1 with runners in scoring position. On the Westlaco side, they're 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position, so they left 4 runners on already. So when you leave runners on base and you can't capitalize on the runners being on base or even to being in scoring position, you lose those opportunities to score runs, to plate runs, to, of course, get yourself back in the game. So right now, as it sits in the bottom of the 5th, the Eagles have two runs
Pinch hitter number 14, Hera Gomez.
on 1 hit. And we have number 14, Hera Gomez, I believe.
Ball. All 1 the count for the batter.
So Gomez, the hitter for the Eagles. So Gomez fouls the first one off, and
1-1 the count.
has a 1-1 count now as he misses on the inside. Castillo, 4 innings of work into his 5th. That one, check swing, foul ball.
Foul ball makes the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes on the hitter. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Count evens up. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
So Gomez, Castillo looks into Silva, gets his sign, shakes him off. A wind from Castillo, the pitch, and a bouncer up the middle. Gomez coming in to make the play. 6-3 put out for out number 1.
The batter will be thrown out at first, putting 1 out on the board. And bringing up to bat, number 12, Ethan Rodriguez.
So Rodriguez, now who has a run scored and has the lone hit for the Eagles, as he got a single to center, swinging to miss, strike 1. He got the second on a stolen or on a pass ball, then reached third on a fielder's choice as Barba put it in play towards short. He was safe at third. Foul that one off the umpire, strike 2. And then Quiroz
Foul ball makes it count. 0-2.
bunt it down to the first base side between Castillo and the first base side, who was charging Everett, and was able to score the run. And then Barba coming in for the second run. So no balls, 2 strikes on Rodriguez. And he's towing the line there. That one lifted and line out to second base for out number 2.
Out number 2. will
He
be
got
made by the
jammed.
second baseman. As
So now Jesus
number
Barba,
11.
who reached on our fielder's choice, has a stolen base and one of the 2 runs for Eagle Pass. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. As Barba is quickly in the hole, no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
0-2 now the count for the batter.
That one misses just a bit outside.
That's now 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The score still, Eagles lead it 2-0 as we are in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs. That one missed it. Actually, Gall calls strike 3 on the inside corner as he gets Barba looking for the 3rd out as he goes 1, 2, 3 here in the 5th.
Ending the Eagle at bat.
So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. 5 complete from Eagle Pass as Villa comes and talks to the umpire. We go to the 6th, Perez, Everett, and Villarreal. Eagles lead it 2-0. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to KNL 92.7. You're watching EPHS iVision Sports. We'll be back with more after this.
After 5 innings of play, the score remains the visiting Westlaco Panthers 0, Pure Eagle Pass Eagles 2.
We're back live from Eagle Pass, Texas Student Activity Center here in Eagle Pass, Polo Moncada baseball field, as the Eagles have a 2-0 lead going into the 6th inning, 6 outs away from evening out the series at 1 apiece. As they traveled to Westlaco yesterday, it was a hot one, different team, and again, a different attitude for the hometown Eagles as they cling up to the 2-0 lead here as Toby Perez, first pitch swinging to third base, Mayen over to first for out number 1, 1 pitch, 1 out, and again very useful for Demasi as he was in he's right about the 60-70 pitch mark already, so ground out 5-3 for out number 1. The 110 pitches is the max pitches that you can have in a series or in a contest. Fouls that one off. Strike 1.
Foul ball makes it count 0-1.
As both pitchers have been in and around the plate today, both Castillo and Demasi have been doing their jobs, throwing strikes. Is that one hit by a pitch? As Everett stares down the pitcher, looking over
The batter will be struck by a pitch. Placing the runner on first.
to Demasi, as Everett gets hit by a pitch for the 2nd time. And now,
And bringing up to bat number 32, John Reyna.
so John Reyna, who pitched didn't pitch a complete game. He pitched 5 in the 3rd, 4 strikeouts, 5 walks, 2 hits, 1 earned, 1 run, and 1 earned. It's very uncharacteristic as we talked to Coach Garcia about his 5 walks. So Reyna comes in. And Reyna yesterday did not hit. Oh, excuse me. Reina went one for two with an RBI and a run scored. Actually, his Banda was his courtesy runner in that 3-run fourth inning. So Reina comes in here in the top of the 6th. And a strike called. The freshman. So runner at first with 1 out. And Reina comes in for the DH. Villarreal. Misses low. Ball 1.
Snake eyes. 1-1 the count for the batter.
So 1 ball, 1 strike on the hitter, Reina. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Swing and a miss, strike
Changes
2.
speeds there,
Now,
Demasi.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
.76 pitches, so swing and a miss, strike 3, as Reina goes down swinging for out number 2.
That'll be good for out number 2. Runner remains on first as up to bat comes number 3.
So pinch hitters coming in for Coach Garcia as they bring in number 3. That's Ringo Perez. Yesterday, Ringo started the game. Perez was the center fielder yesterday. He went 0 for
Called strike 1.
0 for 2, reached on an error, and had a run scored in that 3-run inning. Strike 1. That one misses inside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on the hitter. 2 outs. Runner at first.
Snake eyes. 1-1 the count for the batter.
So Everett over at first. And that one ripped into center field as Everett will stay at second.
The batter will
Into
single.
left center
Runners now
field.
first and second with 2 outs.
Right center field,
As up to
excuse me.
bat comes number 2,
And a single for Perez.
Joseph Banda.
So runners at first and second with 2 outs. And Joseph Banda, another pinch hitter. So 3 straight pinch hitters for Coach Garcia.
Courtesy runner on second base.
So the courtesy
On second,
runner.
number 14, Devin Solis.
So Banda comes in here in the top of the 6th with 2 outs and runners at first and second for another opportunity for Westlaco with runners in scoring position. They're 0 for 3. As Banda did have an appearance yesterday as a courtesy runner for Reina. He did have a run scored. Strike 1.
0-1 the count for the batter.
So Demasi courtesy runner over at second is Solis. That one up the middle as it was played by Demasi over to first. Gets him at first base
Nice play.
as Demasi
Runner will be thrown out.
still had the presence of locating the ball after it hit his glove.
Panther,
And he retires Banda 1-3 for the 3rd out and retires the Panthers here in the 6th. as another opportunity for the Panthers. No runs, one hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. As the Eagles cling to a 2-0 lead, we go to the 6th, bottom of the 6th. The Eagles will have Quiporos, Aranda, and Rodriguez. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to KNO 92.7. You're watching EPHS iVision Sports.
Shout out to Mr. Principal Huerta in the announcers booth tonight. Batting first for the Eagles, number 6, Mike Quiporos.
We're back live as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Some insurance here would be nice for the Eagles as Quiporos will lead off the inning as Castillo starts his first pitch with a strike, and he's starting the inning with 63 pitches. Demasi has 81 right now as that ball up the middle, misplayed by Castillo, onto his knees, safe at first. As Castillo, just like Demasi, playing his position, fielding his position, was unable to get Quiporos as it's an infield hit for Quiporos. And puts a runner on at first here in the bottom of the 6th for the Eagles as Aranda is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out to second base. And the Eagles look to even the series at 1-1 and take it back to Westlaco tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Throw over to first, not in time. For Westlaco, they still have a Quintero to pitch. They still have Cáceres, and he still has Gomez to pitch. So he does have some arms tomorrow for Mendoza. He does have JP Perales available if he decides to go to him, like he did in Game 3 against Warren. 1 ball, no strikes. That one misses, ball 2.
Count moves up to 2 balls, no strikes.
So now Castillo and Silva will talk about it. Going over the signs and going over what needs to. The other thing that might be happening is the coach that's in Silva's ear as far as with the mic. He might be telling him, hey, go talk to him, settle him down. That avoids the coach's visit. That's another added feature to having the coach in the ear of the catcher as far as with the new technology that they have. So again, you don't waste that visit to come talk to the pitcher. Grounder to first, over to second, back to first, nobody there. as Kiporos is forced out at second. 3-6 for the put out for out number 1. And Aranda gets on a fielder's choice. And now Adrian Rodriguez, who has grounded out to the pitcher twice. He's 0 for 2. And Aranda, a speedy Aranda, is over at first. Again, having runners on puts the defense on notice. That one misses away, ball 1.
First pitch taken for a ball. 1-0 the count.
So the travel, this travel, I know people have been talking about, the fact that Eagle Pass drove 4.5 hours yesterday, then they drove back again last night.
For the batter.
Both teams are gonna have to do it. Westlaco has to drive to here and then drive back and be ready for Game 3. So the travel for both teams, and when they set up the format, I guess they didn't agree to to play it in a neutral site, kind of halfways. It would have been ideal, but nonetheless, when they got to the positioning of getting what they wanted on the home and home, well, originally what Coach Garcia said that they were planning on doing 1 here and 2 over there, or 1 over there and 2 over here, and then they finally decided it's going to be 1, 1, and 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bottom of the 6th. A shot to right field, curving. That one falls foul, just foul, as Rodriguez went opposite field, and that one just fell foul as the first base umpire goes out and looks at the ball just outside of that right field line. And now 1 ball, 2 strikes on the hitter Rodriguez. On deck is Alex Mayen, the third baseman, who's 0 for 2. So 1 out. We want to thank all our advertisers, all our game day sponsors. The runner goes, strike 3 called, and the ball gets away from the second baseman, Cáceres, as Aranda gets a stolen base, and Rodriguez gets called looking for out number 2. So a runner in scoring position for Eagle Pass, and Alex Mayen, as they're trying to get some insurance here as they go into the 7th. As we finish the 6th, we're
as the batter will be struck out.
in the 6th inning, bottom of the 6th, we play 7, and the Eagles clinging to a 2-0 lead as they need some insurance going into the top of the 7th. So we're in the home half of the 6th. Aranda takes his lead over at second. Mayen, who's 0 for 2. First pitch is high, ball 1.
First pitch taken for a ball. 1-0 the count.
That one misses inside, ball 2. So Castillo, who started the inning with 63 pitches, is probably right at about 70 now. 110 pitches is the allotted for pitchers in a game or a series. The pitch and a liner to the shortstop, Gomez, over to first for out number 3, and that retires the Eagles.
Batter will be thrown out at first.
So
Ending the Eagle at bat.
1 for 2 with runners in scoring position for the Eagles as they are up 2-0, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. You're listening to KNO 92.7 and you're watching EPHS iVision Sports. We'll be back with more after this. We're back live from Eagle Pass, Texas, the EPHS Student Activity Center, Polo Moncada baseball field, as the Eagles go to the top of the 7th as they are on defense with their pitcher, junior Christian Demasi, who has 81 pitches, 6 innings of work. He's allowed 6 hits. That one, first pitch ripped into the gap in right center field as Garza, he's 2 for 3 tonight as he gets on.
The batter will single.
So a single for Garza, the first batter of the inning, as we're at the top of the 7th, as the Eagles cling to a 2-0 lead and is down 1-0. They're trying to take it back to Westlaco for Game 3 tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And don't forget that we will be live, KNL 92 Sports, for Game 3. As Garza takes his lead, Julian Cáceres, who's 0 for 2, flight out to the shortstop.
First pitch taken for a ball. 1-0 the count.
Grounder gets through to left field as Mayen took a stab at that one, and another single for Westlaco as they have runners at first and second with no outs here in the top of the 7th for the hitter Quintero, who has a single and a double and was hit by a pitch back in the 5th, so he's 2 for 3.
Third baseman Tony Quintero.
So Quintero comes to the plate, a lefty, and we're gonna have Coach Mendoza come out to talk to his pitcher. We're gonna take a short break. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to KNL 92.7. So we're back live as the Eagle Pass Eagles cling to a 2-0 lead. And here in the top of the 7th, Westlaco has 2 straight hits and has runners at first and second with no outs. As Demasi looking to close out this game. Coach Mendoza came out to talk to him. Quintero, who's 2 for 3 with a hit by a pitch, a single and a double. Back in the 3rd, single in the 1st. Demasi catches the outside corner, strike 1.
Foul strike. 0-1 the count for the batter.
So the umpire that sits at first base will be the home plate umpire tomorrow if it goes to Game 3 in Westlaco. That one lifted foul, left side, and Demasi is ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Demasi comes set from the stretch, checks the runner over at second. And misses outside, ball 1. as the fans here in Eagle Pass wanted that one called on the outside corner. So Garza over at second, Cáceres over at first for Westlaco. The lefty, Quintero, that one misses outside ball 2. So runs the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Counting things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
So Demasi, when he started the inning, had 29 pitches left. That one swing and a miss, strike 3 as Quintero goes fishing. And he goes down swinging for out number 1. As they stayed away.
Shortstop, number 1, Stone Gomez.
Stone Gomez, who is 0 for 3 with a walk back in the 3rd, struck out in the 1st, and grounded out to short in the 5th. One out, runners at first and second. The pitch from Demasi, swing and a miss, strike 1.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. 0-1 the count for the batter.
The pitch from Demasi, ball up in the air, as Mauricio will catch it in foul territory. Looks over to second as Gomez flies out in foul territory for out number 2. 1 out away from evening up the series and going back to Westlaco at 1 game apiece for game number 3. The tying run for Westlaco is at first. So the tying run as the Eagles lead at 2-0 here in the top of the 7th. And Toby Perez, who grounded out to short and grounded out to 3rd, comes to bat, and that one called a strike.
Called strike 1. 0-1 the count for the batter.
So no balls, 1 strike on the hitter Perez. The tying run is at first. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Let's make some noise.
So the fans are up off their seats here in Eagle Pass, the Polo Moncada baseball field, as the home crowd is up and roaring. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Time is called. And Salinas goes out to talk to Demasi.
Counts 0-2 for the batter.
So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The Eagles lead here in the top of the 7th, 2-0. Runner at second takes his lead. That one popped up in the infield as Aranda will get under that one for out number 3. And we will be going to Westlaco for game number 3 as the Eagles win 2-0. And we'll be back with more after this. You're listening to KNL 92.7.
And the final score from the Student Activity Center, they visiting Westlaco Panthers 0, your Eagle Pass Eagles 2. We'll see you tomorrow at Game 3.